Hello? Aha, it is connecting. Cool, great, awesome, perfect. Ooh, this lighting makes me look so weird. um, Make sure that I'm good. Hi, Wolf Love. Crystal Delgado, random person with a dog. Anna Boz. Nugget. Whoa, hey. There's a lot of people. Or it's moving real fast. All right, let me just pull up the chat like real quick. Can you all hear me okay? Let me know because I'm using my Yeti mic. Hello? Can you guys hear me okay? Sorry, I'm always like paranoid that you can't. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Something Scary Live. I do this every Wednesday. I do have an announcement to make though before we get into our usual business. This is the third to last Something Scary live stream that I'll be doing. And then there are 2 more weeks of Something Scary. And then I need a break. It's completely my choice. I just like have felt burnt out for a while. Hey, Art's Jet, thanks for the super chat. But yeah, so after there's a new episode of School Spirit. The third episode's coming out this Friday, and then there's 2 more after that, and then there's 2 more Something Scaries, and then 3 more streams, 2 more streams after this one. So yeah, but don't be sad. I'll be around. I honestly don't know what I'm doing next. Hey Roblox Bros, thanks for the super chat. But yeah, but if you want to keep up to date with whatever I'm gonna be doing, just follow me right here. I think that's all. Oh, and below the video, is links to all the merch. So there's Something Scary stuff, Snarled stuff, Slate Trick stuff, and it's right beneath the video. So yeah, thanks for joining me. Sorry, I had like way too much coffee today, and I'm actually incredibly sensitive to coffee, so that was an awful decision on my part. But I just love the taste of coffee. um, Sorry, I'm trying to catch up to all your chats. Okay, cool. So, as always, there's a theme. Today's theme doesn't really make sense. It's not really a great theme. It's churches and graves. I don't know. I couldn't find enough stories just about churches, couldn't find enough just about graves, and I was like, oh, well, let's combine them. So we've got story from Morgan, Nan, Melissa, and Mackenzie. So great. We're going to start off with a riddle. It's a little bit of a long one, so hang in there. And don't Google it. Don't cheat. Roblox Bro says coffee is awesome. The flavor of coffee is awesome. I love coffee ice cream. I love coffee flavored things. But when I drink actual coffee, it just ruins me. And I just I don't know. The place I went to lunch today had coconut coffee, iced coffee, and I had to have it, and it's ruined me. So I'm sorry. That's why if I feel a little, or if I look a little off today, or if I turn green, it's because I'm severely dehydrated. Just so you know, I have an app now that reminds me to drink water. Cool. All right, here we go. Here's our riddle. There was a girl who was extremely brave and always bragged about how brave she was. Many of her classmates got sick and tired of her boasting. Oop, random animations and more says, I love you, Saph. I'll miss you. Oh, you don't have to miss me. I'll be around. Just follow me on my things. Crap. Don't super chat me when I'm reading. Sorry, I'll miss it. Many of her classmates got sick and tired of her boasting, so they decided to play a trick on her. One day, a group of boys and girls walked up to her and said, if you're so brave, we all dare you to go to the old graveyard at the back of Old Man Jenkins' mansion, all alone at midnight. Stand in front of a tombstone. Rumor has it that if you do, a bony hand will reach out and grab you, dragging you underground. You said you were brave, so that shouldn't be so hard. To prove that you actually went, stick a knife in front of a tombstone so in the morning we'll know you were there. Of course, the girl couldn't refuse and agreed to the dare. At midnight, she did just as her classmates asked and went to the graveyard with a pocket knife. The night was cold and windy, blowing her dress. Chills went up her spine. She slowly walked up to a tombstone and quickly stuck the pocket knife into the ground. She was beginning to feel not as brave as she thought she was. Turning around as fast as she could, she just wanted to get out of there right away. But there was a problem. Something was stopping her from moving. Was it a bony hand trying to drag her down? A shrill scream was heard. The next morning, the boys and girls went to the graveyard to see if the girl had been there. To their horror, she was there, dead. What prevented the girl from escaping the graveyard, and how did the girl die? If you know the answer, say it in the chat. I won't tell you if you're right or wrong, though. Cool. Oof, my stomach's really hurting bad. Our first story comes from Morgan. Hey, Snarled crew, I have a weird yet strange yet also very terrifying story to tell. Evil Truckle. I live in Athens, Alabama. My family consists of my mother, father, little sister, older brother, and my Paul, along with 2 dogs and 1 fish. Sorry, I'm in burp. My house was kept clean for my family to rent off of my mom's mother. Kept clean, you ask? My house was a church, a very used one. The church was 2 sections: the church part and where the preacher would live along with his family. We obviously live in the part where the preacher does. We tend to stay in the house part, but I tend to wander. One day, we had started to smell something terrible, like death. Sometimes it would come and go, other times it would linger. One day I had enough of the smell. I checked the whole place. Roblox. She probably killed herself, or since it's cold, she froze. I'm probably wrong. Yes, you are wrong. I'm going to finish my story. I checked the whole place, and the smell was coming from the church room. As I built up enough courage to go inside of the other part, actually, I'm going to move this up here closer to the thing so that I can see the chat better. There we go. Crap. One day I had enough of the smell, checked the whole place, and the smell was coming from the church room. As I built up enough courage to go inside of the other part of my house, I turned the doorknob, and there it was, the smell. As I looked around, I saw something like a human figure, a smaller one. As I took a few steps closer, I realized what I saw. It was a beautiful young girl that had hung herself. She had raven-colored hair, and she was wearing a white dress that was stained with blood. Her hair was covering her face. As I took again one more step, I saw her eyes open. Her eyes were big, gaping, hollowed-out holes that blood was dripping out of. I jumped back in shock and ran to my mom, screaming, "There's a girl back there!" My mom replied with, "What's back there? And why were you back there, honey?" I told her in great detail what I had witnessed, but sadly, my mom didn't believe me, so I told her to follow me so I could show her the girl. As we stepped in, she was gone. My mom scolded me for this, thinking I was lying, but I knew I saw a little girl in a blood-stained white dress. I was paranoid of that room, and having my room being the closest one to that room, I was even more scared. As I started down the hallway and flicked the light switch, I saw her, the girl. But this time, she had an evil smile, her wickedly sharp teeth glaring white with tints of yellow on them showing. She was right in front. Savage Unicorn, thanks for the super chat. She was right in front of my bedroom door, facing me. Roblox, do I say the story again? I'm so confused. I'll repeat the riddle later. Stop interrupting me! I was paranoid of that room, and having my room being the closest one to that room, I was even more scared. As I started down the hallway and flicked the light, nope, I already read that. She was right in front of my bedroom door, facing me. I told my mom to come, and when she got there, my mom couldn't see her, even though I could. I had so much trouble falling asleep that night. I woke up crying my eyes out because I woke up to that little girl with the white blood-stained dress hanging my whole family. My aunts, uncles, brother, sister, mom, dad, cousins, and grandparents. But my pets were cut up and put everywhere. It scared the shit out of me. But thank God it was just an image in my head. Or was it? Super chat from Savage Unicorn. So that's creepy. So, like, was the little girl actually there, or no? She would see the little girl, but it was in the ending part was just a dream, though, right? Like, I don't know. Morgan, explain yourself. Are you here, Morgan? All right, thanks, Morgan. All right, this next one's a little shorter. It comes from Nan. Hello, I'm Nan, and this is a story on why my brother and I have a strong belief in the sixth sense. My older brother and I have always believed in premonitions, unlike the rest of our family, and there's a good reason. A few years back, my sister and I went to the youth group at church, and they were going to have a lock in one night, and our older brother was driving us there. My sister and I were really excited, but for some odd reason, when it was about time for us to leave, I got a really bad feeling and kept on telling my siblings we shouldn't go. But my sister didn't listen to me, so knowing that I couldn't win that battle, I went too. Surprised nothing bad happened to us on our way to the church, and my sister and I had fun at the lock in. It wasn't until the next morning that I learned why I had that feeling. My brother showed up, not in his truck, but one of our parents' vehicles. Turns out he had a car accident on some black ice after he dropped us off at the church. The strangest part of the story was I was not the only one, who had a sixth sense telling me about this. About 3 days later, after the accident, my grandmother called, telling us how grandfather was worried about my brother for the last 3 days. They were both shocked to hear that my brother was in a car accident, since nobody had told them. Whoa! Yeah, so like that is actually a pretty common phenomenon where like if something really traumatic happens, then like the people that like you're more, the most like linked with, like, your closest family, friends, relatives, whatever, sometimes they can get like a sense that whoops. Yeah, they can like sense that something is wrong. Like, has that happened to any of you? It hasn't happened to me, but I always think that's really cool when it happens to people. What is this? Oh, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Yeah, so that's a cool story. Thank you, Nan. Roblox. Did she slip and hit her head on a tombstone? Am I right or no? Did she couldn't move because she was scared? Am I right? No. I'll tell you the answer later. Oof, I'm parched. All right. Our next story comes from Melissa. Hi, my name is Melissa. Here's my story about how me and my cousin saw some paranormal things in El Salvador. I was on vacation in El Salvador, where my cousin lives. So one night, I remember she had this urban legends book, and we decided to read it, just so we could creep each other out. We ended up skimming through the pages until we got to this specific page where the heading was La Carreta Chillona, I don't know if I said that right, which meant the dead man's wagon. Because of how curious we were, we decided to read it. It read, one fine day in a small town somewhere around Central America, a small church was having Holy Mass, and one man, who everyone feared, was not a big fan of religion. That same day, the man had bought a wagon, a really nice wagon with bulls pulling it or something like that. The man came across the church and was infuriated by the sight of the small church that he purposefully steered the bulls along with the wagon and crashed into the church, making the small church collapse and turn into orange and red flames. Ever since then, in that small village where the church was, people complained of hearing some sort of creaking noise of wheels. The dead man's wagon. Me and my cousin were frightened by that point, but we kept reading. There were tiny letters on the bottom of the page which read, if you'd like to see the dead man's wagon, then stay up until 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. In between those hours, that's my favorite part, rub the eye boogers of a dog on your eyes and eat cat's whiskers. Warning, do not try at all costs. Me and my cousin didn't try putting nasty shit in our mouth, but we agreed to stay up from 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. to see if it worked without that stuff. It was around 3:20 a.m. and we started hearing this faint screeching or creaking noise coming from a waterfall which we lived nearby, and we started panicking. We opened the wooden windows, and in the distance we could see this faint silhouette of a car. Or wagon! It looked like it was smoking and was coming towards our small home. It was pulling itself. By itself! No bulls or anything. And our home isn't like others. It didn't have a lock. The next day, we woke up to sirens. Anything weird happened here? The guard asked. No, not at all, I said, almost confident when the memory of a burning wagon came fresh into my mind. Well, thank you anyways. Oh, and Beware of a burning wagon if you see one. It's been traumatizing people apparently and even drives them insane because they claim it's full of skulls and it's burning and nothing pulling, just riding by itself. Weird, huh? I stood there in shock. I like that story. It makes me laugh. Thank you for sending that, Melissa from El Salvador. No, she doesn't live in El Salvador. Ernesto Gutierrez. Thank you for the super chat. Go Molten. Imagine wagons. That's funny. Arabella Love 7. How long is the stream? The stream usually goes to like about 5-ish. So we got time. The next story. Oh, wait, I already read that one. Oh, Roblox. Did the knife get stuck in her clothes and she couldn't move and she slipped on the knife? Am I right? I don't know. Oh, you guys are still guessing the riddle. It's so funny. Okay. How many more do we have? Ooh, all right. We got one more story. And then I'm going to tell you guys the riddle again and then see how you do. Hang on. My throat's like really dry. Sorry, it's really hot. Okay. Here's our last story, and it comes from Mackenzie. This one just made me laugh. It's not even that scary. It just like, I'll explain. Hi, Sapphire. So last month, a couple of friends and I went to Strawberry Hills, which is known to be haunted. There's apparently a rumor that there's a spirit of a woman that haunts the streets near the Strawberry Hills Museum. When we got there, we decided to walk around and look at a map on my phone. Then my phone stopped working and we hear a voice. Do you know where the house of the preacher is? We looked to see a woman's spirit covered in red as if blood was poured onto her. She left as soon as she came. So fast forwarding ahead to December, I was in class. Oh, whoa, Mr. Aztec with the $100, well, not 100, $99.99 super chat. That's a lot. That's a really big super chat. Thank you, Mr. Aztec. Let's all give a round of applause for him or her or they. Great. Where is it? So, fast forwarding ahead to December, I was in class remembering what happened. I decided to search a map of the area around Strawberry Hills Museum and made a nice discovery. Apparently, there were many rumors with that same woman. She was abandoned by her parents, and when she was pregnant, had a child while in care of nuns in a nearby church. When I searched the area, I found there were 2 churches not far from there. So, when I read this story, oh no, Isabel Hartney can't hear me? Hello? No, can you hear me? Great. When I read this, I was like, oh, cool, Strawberry Hills Museum. I've never heard of that. I love, like, looking up, what do you call it? New haunted places, and they're like urban legends attached to them. So I Googled Strawberry Hills Museum, and the website made me laugh so hard. It literally has a page that says, no ghosts here. And it like basically is saying like there's all these rumors about, or then all these like ghost tours that like keep on putting Strawberry Hills Museum like as part of their thing, but like this is not haunted, no ghosts ever seen it, stop saying that it's haunted, stop spreading these rumors. And I don't know why it just made me laugh so hard, because it's like because it's like they're, I don't know, it just made me laugh because they're like, no, we're not haunted, even though honestly like things being haunted makes people want to go to them. Hello, they should like totally embrace the fact that there is rumors about it being haunted, so people will want to go. Whatever. Hang on, there was a super chat I missed. Gives 1 cent, so the $99.99 turns to 10p. I don't know what that means. To 100. Okay, yeah, no, a lot of people got the riddle right, but I'm not gonna tell you which one's right. I don't know. Anyways, that was all our stories. Thank you again to Morgan, Nan, Melissa, and Mackenzie. There are only 2 more live streams left after this, so if you want to submit a story for those last 2 live streams, maybe I'll make them extra long for you guys since it's, the last. The address is SomethingScary@snarled.com. Yeah, I'll just make an extra long one. Yeah, so there's two more weeks left of that, and then 2 more episodes of Something Scary left. So if you I already shot those. So if you wanted to submit a story for that, you can still submit a story for the live stream instead. So yeah, where was I? Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm reading my notes. Also, new episode of School Spirit is coming out on Friday. So there's 3 more episodes of that. So episode 3 is out this Friday. Then you got 2 more. Oh yeah, and also don't forget to follow me on I don't know if I'm pointing at it. Instagram and Twitter, and then I got YouTube and Twitch. On Twitch, I'm gonna be streaming a lot more drawing stuff there, so go follow me over there. I do like music jam sessions with my friends like Rachel and Beth. We just like sing and it's fun. And I'm also gonna try and do more drawing stuff. What else? And those are all the announcements. Oh, and below the video there are links to merchandise for Something Scary, Slatrix, and Snarled. If you're interested, it's right there. All right, you guys ready for the answer to the riddle? Great. Oh, I had to read the riddle again. Sorry. All right, it's long. There was a girl who was extremely brave and always bragged about how brave she was. Many of her classmates got sick and tired of her boasting, so they decided to play a trick on her. One day, a group of boys and girls walked up to her and said, "If you're so brave, we all dare you to go to the old graveyard at the back of Old Man Jenkins' mansion all alone at midnight. Stand in front of a tombstone. Rumor has it that if you do, a bony hand will reach out and grab you, dragging you underground. You said you were brave, so that shouldn't be so hard. To prove that you actually went, stick a knife in front of a tombstone so in the morning we'll know you were there." Of course, the girl couldn't refuse and agreed to the dare. At midnight, she did just as her classmates asked and went to the graveyard with a pocket knife. The night was cold and windy, blowing her dress. Chills went up her spine. She slowly walked up to a tombstone and quickly stuck the pocket knife into the ground. She was beginning to feel not as brave as she thought she was. Turning around as fast as she could, she just wanted to get out of there right away. But there was a problem. Something was stopping her from moving. Was it a bony hand trying to drag her down? A shrill scream was heard. The next morning, the boys and girls went to the graveyard to see if the girl had been there. To their horror, she was there. Dead. What prevented the girl from escaping the graveyard, and how did the girl die? All right, so you guys got the answer, but I'm going to read it. The girl was wearing a dress at the graveyard. It was dark, so she hadn't noticed where she stuck the knife in the ground. She accidentally stuck it in her dress, and the girl did not get hurt by the knife in any way. This is what prevented her from running away. Since the knife had her stuck, she was scared that the rumor of the bony hand was true and had grabbed her, trying to pull her into the ground. She was truly terrified and died of fright. Is that actually a thing? Can you actually die of like being so scared, like because you get like a heart attack or something? Is that possible for tiny children, for that to happen to tiny children? I don't know. That's sad. Anyways, well, that was today's stream. I'm actually gonna continue live streaming because I gotta work on next week's Something Scary. So if you follow me over on YouTube or Twitch, you can come join me and get a little sneak peek of next week's episode. And don't forget to subscribe to Snarled and Slatrix, even though Slatrix I don't think is doing anything anymore. I think that's it. Okay, bye everyone. I will see you soon. Oops. Roblox Rose says, so I was 50% correct. Yeah, you're pretty much correct. All right, come join me on my other live stream. I'm working on Something Scary. Okay, bye. Oh, wait, actually, let me say bye to you guys. Cassandra Gonzalez, Warrior, Smoldu Wang, Random Crap, Angelica Barrera, Joji Casta, Kate Diamond, Benjamin, Nat L, Tessa Slap, Cheryl, Gabriel, Floop Animation, Tony, Sai Abisa, DJ Gaming, Kim Riley, Possessed Doll Hauntings, Lover Cake, Nicole Goose, Henry Riviera, EBB Channel, David Funk, Teresa Flores. If you guys have difficult usernames, I can't read them. Rachel Nell, Random Gamer, PTV Lover, blah, blah, blah. All right, cool. All right, guys, I'll see you next week. Could join me on my stream. Bye.